Yo, what is going on, guys? I realized I never made a conclusion video to my Dark Aether grind, or my Dark Matter grind, but I finished it a while ago, like probably a couple months ago at this point. So I just passed 10 days today, 250 games, 238,000 eliminations, which is a very inaccurate number. I finished Dark Aether around 200k flat, about like 195 or something like that, 190. I don't really remember, but it was between 190 and 200k. I finished Dark Aether. And I've also done pretty much all the DLC weapons as well. But the thing is, because they released Outbreak, which is zombies, it's just a different mode, for some reason those don't count towards zombies kills, which is super cool. Because I played a ton of Outbreak, because I'm trying to 100% everything. That's normal zombies. These are dead ops. I have literally 2 things left in here, 1 thing here. And then this is what I've been working on for quite some time. I did all of Firebase. I'm closing in on finishing up Outbreak, which I have to say is pretty decent. I do hope they do more. I don't think it's better than normal zombies, but it is really cool that they're trying new stuff with zombies. This just finally got patched, so you can actually complete this. So now I can start working on my last challenge there. I finished this one already. I have been trying to do the Season 2 progression as well. I just got a lot done last game. So I've been playing a lot, but unfortunately I would say about 100,000 plus kills that I've gotten in Outbreak just don't count towards my zombies overall, which would put me well over 300,000, which is really unfortunate because you do need 1 million for one of the Dark Ops. If you take a look here, it's one of these. I just need around 100, just haven't bothered to do it. 1 million kills, 1 billion score in Dead Ops, kill Mama back in Dead Ops without dying, and what is the last one I'm forgetting? I don't know which one I'm forgetting, but you don't even need all of them for the calling card, I don't think. The only ones I don't have is I'm going to unlock this probably tomorrow or the next day. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but I was working on my melee, so I just finished this, and I just used this last game, and it appears to be glitched. And then they added this literally today, so I haven't done that yet, but I did the sledgehammer, the knife, all that. I used a double XP token last game in Outbreak, and it says I'm level 14, but if you take a look at the camos, I'm actually well into 20 because I've made progress on these last game. The game either is glitched out currently and I need to restart it, or it cheated me out of 15 levels. Probably cheated me out of 15 levels because they don't know how to do anything right. But if you had a keen eye, you noticed I started to play multiplayer. I hadn't played any multiplayer, and it was simply because I just wanted to level up all the guns and get that grind over with. And so I've started to play a decent amount of multiplayer. And as you can see, I have now a day on multiplayer. And I'm sitting at a 2.63 KD, which is, I mean, it's okay, speaking that I'm going for camos. Actually, I'd say it's pretty decent for going for camos. Score per minute is 600, so I'm pretty happy with those. I think with the whole EKIA system, I should be able to get it up to well into the 3 range once I actually start using real guns and like meta guns and stuff like that, which won't be for a really long time. But I think I'll get it up to like 3.5, probably, maybe even higher, depending on how good I end up getting and how comfortable I end up getting. But I just want to quickly show you my progress in multiplayer. If you take a look here, these are my setups. As you can probably guess what I'm trying to do here. It's the same class, because I am working on the Thumper. I figured if I started with the worst guns and get the frustration out of the way, also keep my KD lower than it would be normally, so I'm not like in, I mean, I'm already in the craziest skill-based lobbies you've ever seen, with even a 2.6. All 6 people on the other team all have Dark Matter, Dark Aether. They're all running trophies. There's 6 trophies on B every time. It's madness, and it's especially bad because when everyone's running trophies like they have been, when you just get into a certain skill bracket, that's the only thing people run. I can't use the Thumper because any shot I take on Nuketown, a trophy takes it out. It's so frustrating. But I'm actually making really good progress here. I did a lot of long shots the other day. I need to behind cover, which I'm not really trying for. That's just come naturally. So that's really good. The long shots are definitely the thing I'm trying really hard for. And I'm just using the Nuketown cross-map spots to get that, and it's actually worked really well. And then I have 8 more of these to do, and the Thumper's done. I think that's probably the worst gun in the... It's probably one of the worst guns in recent Call of Duty history. It's... If you haven't used it, good. And then secondly, I just switched this to a 1911 because I finished the melee, finished the knife a couple days ago. That was really fun. Oh, by the way, this is some random gameplay on Miami of all maps. I fucking hate the map. I think it's one of the worst maps. But I was just going super aggro for a lot of this game with the MP5. I was honestly, the only objective I had was getting long shots with the MP5, and secondly getting 2 assassinations for the sword, and then like a backstab. I don't know. There's a bunch of nice challenges that I think I finished in this game as well. But it ended up being a pretty solid game, and I went on a couple good streaks, so it's good background footage. And the last thing I'd like to show you here, before I get into the rest of the commentary, is actually that I have done 2 of the snipers, and I'm almost done with the Pellington. So I pretty much have diamond on the snipers already. I did a lot of sniping. It was super fun. But that's what I've been up to. A lot of those little clips that you were just watching interspersed were live. This is the commentary, and I wanted to talk about a couple things that I've experienced so far in multiplayer. This isn't going to be so much about zombies, because I've probably done about a 50-50 split recently between multiplayer and zombies, because zombies is wrapping up for me. I'll always go back and do the new weapons. I'll go back and play the new modes, maps, all that stuff, and do some challenges and all that. But multiplayer is my main focus, because I do think I'm going to go for dark matter in multiplayer as well. I did it last year with Damascus, and I think I can do it again. I have a pretty good system, and I learned a lot last year. And quite frankly, I don't think dark matter is even close to as hard or as long in this game as it was last year. It's also not as painful, I don't think. 2 of the main things that I would like to touch on that I'm really annoyed with. I touched on it briefly, but the thumper is so unimaginably awful. The kill radius for that is like inches away from their feet, or if you direct impact them. And the fact that you also have to do long shots pretty much means the only way to get those is cross-mapping a specific angle every game until you get lucky enough to have someone stand there. I can't speak for the RPG or the Sigma, but I don't think those will be even close to as bad, just based off of the difference in challenges, because they don't all have the same challenge. But oh my god, I have gotten so angry with the thumper. The biggest problem is skill-based matchmaking really affecting how long guns like the thumper take. At a certain skill level, probably like 2 KD, 1.8 KD and above, every single person in every single lobby that you play will have flak jacket. You don't ever get the people that are just goofing around. They don't really know the meta. They don't know how to build a correct class. The only people you get are the people that know exactly what they're doing. And so every single person has flak jacket, which means the thumper, even in hardcore, is a 3-hit kill. And you can only even get 3 ammo if you use danger close, which gives you an extra thumper shot and an extra nade. It is so infuriating when I'm just trying to go for my little thumper kills and I'm getting dumpstered by a guy with a stoner dark matter. I get SBMM is here to stay, and it has annoyed me less and less the more I play with it, just because I've found ways to work around it in terms of playstyle. No, I'm not reverse boosting, but I've thought about it. But at this point, it really is only super annoying when I'm trying to do stuff that's off meta, or just really, frankly, not even close to something that normal players would do, such as go for the thumper. At a certain skill threshold, putting yourself at a massive disadvantage going for gun camos and stuff is one of the most frustrating things ever. You're quite literally always going to be the only person in the lobby doing something like that. At least that's just how it feels from the kill cams I watch, from seeing what my teammates are using. People are only using a handful of guns. Now let's switch it to a positive note here. I actually had an incredible time knifing in this game. The knife was one of the last weapons that I completed on Modern Warfare because I put it off for so long, because it wasn't fun at all due to the fact that shipment, you really can't, I don't know, you can't get in a groove. It's just a goddamn mess. The same went for the riot shield. Doing the riot shield in Modern Warfare was one of the most unenjoyable experiences I've had playing a video game. The whole SBMM argument still applies there, but there's just something about how it felt to do those things in that game. I don't know what it was. I literally can't even, I've thought about this for the last couple days. I can't put my finger on why it was so awful and so unfun to melee in Modern Warfare, but like, maybe it's Nuketown? I don't know. I had so much fun knifing. I got into the grooves sometimes where I'd throw a smoke into the center of the house and just run around on like a massive knife streak, and it felt so rewarding. Even better when you got in people's heads, and that happened frequently, where you'd knife them like 3 or 4 times in a row, and then the whole enemy team's shooting your body, and it's just so fucking funny. Especially during the segment where I had to go for the assassinations, like the 25 for the knife, and then the 2 per game for the sword unlock. When I was doing those and assassinating people that were in like 3 or 4 man teams, there was multiple times where I would assassinate them too many times in a match, and then they had all 3 of their boys shooting my body. That to me made it really, really funny. Typically that would be frustrating, but when I'm knifing and still dominating and just having a great time doing it, it's more funny than anything. Going for the knife was super, super awesome. Overall, I'd say I really do like the game. Now that I have, like I said, just over a day of multiplayer, I was able to play a bunch of different game modes, get a feel for all the guns, how they behave in multiplayer, get more comfortable with playing multiplayer again, because when you do take long breaks from multiplayer COD, it is a little bit difficult to get back to where you were. Because at the end of Modern Warfare, I was firing on all cylinders. I was dropping nukes every single time I got on. Not that I'm going for any streaks while I'm camo grinding in this. If I'm starting to go on a streak, I start to play a little more for the streak than the camos, obviously, but I haven't gone on too many crazy streaks. I would say I'd have like 10, 20, 30, 20 kill streaks, and it's all in that range. I'm talking like 18 to 22 or something. I've had a bunch in that range, nothing higher. But that's honestly fine, because I know that when I finish all these camos, I'm going to be able to really focus on that alone. This is exactly what happened last year, where the second I finished grinding camos and I put my whole focus every single game on doing extremely well and improving and going on actual gun streaks, everything opened up. Surprisingly though, I haven't actually had any 100 pluses even playing Nuketown yet. I've had several 70s, and I think 180 and 190, a 93 I believe. I don't even think the 80 I was using lethal kill streaks. For the 90 I had gunship on, but for the 80 I think I just had UAV napalm hater. It was no 90 and 2 or something like that. It was like a 90 and 18 or 20, which is still great. Anyways, I think that'll do it. Just want to give a update on my camo grinding. Nothing's slowed down. In fact, I think I've been playing a lot more recently. But just kind of transitioning over to multiplayer instead of zombies. It's been super fun. Hopefully I can get some actual good gameplays out for you guys in the near future. Who knows though. Like I said, I'm still focusing on camos over gameplays. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new. Thanks for watching this one. I'll try not to go 48 months straight without uploading a video. Peace.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO. Losing D. We lost D. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Hostile artillery targeting active. Losing D. Losing E. We are winning this. We lost Echo. We lost Bravo. A lockdown. Taking B. Mission goals are in sight. Bring this home.
Napalm strike standing by.
Taking B. Losing Charlie.
Friendly target, friendly target.
Bravo lockdown. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Enemy care package. Victory is ours. En cada barrio, revolución.
Area secured.